Hello, and in today's video, I attempted to complete the power decks within 100 days, but every power spawn is random, meaning any power could be anywhere and at any level. I also need to obtain one of every main PAL, with their alternate version not being needed, as they are technically the same PAL. I am also playing with slightly increased rates like power spawn and keep inventory, but the question still remains, can I complete the power decks in 100 days? To start things off, I made my character and she just happened to look like Miku. I was then jump scared by 3 different pals, and then went to go touch one of their pillars as revenge. Unfortunately, the locals didn't like me doing this and they promptly killed me.
What did I do? Oh, okay.
I died.
Okay. Well.
After a close encounter with a snow cone, I then wanted to build myself a little workbench. Unfortunately though, Robin Hood just would not let that slide and shot me in the skull.
We'll just be here for now, chat. This is our new location, a new home. See, what did I do to Robin Hood, man? What did I do to him?
While trying to convince some nearby people to help me fight Robin Hood, I was then told that they're all cowards and they didn't want to fight, and I was planning to let it go, but then I was jumped by the bats, the same locals at the very start, the same ones who wouldn't let me touch a statue. I ran away in fear. I was very scared. I didn't realize that there was a poison tick on me though, and I died.
Okay.
I found a death hedgehog, so I had to use sign language in order to ask him if he wanted to join my team, and I'm so happy to say, but he did end up wanting to join the team, which makes him my first out of 155 pals to join the PAL decks. I know, I'm so happy. After roaming the land trying to find some more low level pals, I then met Shadowbeak and Starion. These two individuals hated me for no reason. They drove me out of my land. They chased me down, especially Starion. I don't know what I did to Starion in particular, but he had a vengeance that day. Nothing but hatred in his heart. Oh my days, just look at this. Why did he want me so bad? The normal mammoth that spawns here, he despawns after just getting a little bit ways away, even if you aggro him. This guy, he pretty much went to the next island. He wanted me so bad. After escaping from Starion the angry horse, I then made my way towards a nearby city so that way I could talk to a few old friends of mine. I then talked to my boy Gustav. Gustav, he's there for me day in, day out, always having the stuff that I need. And if he doesn't, that's not Gustav's fault. Gustav then told me that if I went over in that direction, I'd go find myself a plentiful area with plenty of room and real estate to build my base. So I went over there and would you look at that, Gustav, my boy, hooked me up. This place is great. I then went to go and adventure into an abandoned mineshaft like any sane person would, and in there I met a funny little guy. They call him the Black Marketeer, but I have no idea why. Apparently he sells and buys contraband, but that's just the allegations. Don't believe him. He's a cool little guy. I then saw the ops roaming about the area. At first, I thought we would chill. I thought that they didn't want anything to do with me, and I didn't want anything to do with them, and that we were just going to leave each other alone. Okay, I thought it was going to be chill. It wasn't chill. It really wasn't chill. It was on site apparently. They just wanted me. All of a sudden, they just wanted me. They wanted me. They wanted my Jolt Hog. They wanted my small little base, and I'm so sorry to inform you, but they had it, and they took it all from me. After hearing about my epic victory against the ops, this kid called Power Recruiter wanted to just slide me over a free pet, and he just wanted to give me Cognito for absolutely free, for just being so awesome. So a huge shout out to Power Recruiter for just giving me a free Cognito. At the end of day 1, I then had to craft a statue. If you collect enough of these effigy things, you can then use them to upgrade your power capture rate, which really helps against the high level powers because they are ridiculously difficult to capture, so that's just a huge bonus. During the morning of day 2, I crafted a 3-shot bow and was just killing some manta ray when Cognito accidentally hit this weird looking lily plant thing, and I thankfully using my epic gamer skills saved him from being shredded to pieces by a cyclone. I unfortunately got slightly greedy when I saw a power sphere and got deleted. After being deleted, I pulled up onto a chillet with Cognito, and together we absolutely put the beat down on this fool. After putting the beat down on this fool, in the distance I saw a Hangyu, and I really wanted a Hangyu because while they're in your party and you have a glider, when you glide they actually let you go up for a little bit, which really helps in traveling long distances when you don't have a flying power yet.
Oh my days, get in there. Oh, get in there. Get in there. Yo, Hanku, stop.
I then saw a bunch of powers just all fighting each other, and you know I had to get in on this. I couldn't let all these free powers just go to waste.
I would like it, please. Oh, get in there! Ah! Oh, get in there! Oh, that's not epic of you.
I then tried to make my hasty getaway, but unfortunately while climbing up the cliff, I slipped and fell. I then pulled up onto Fort Ruins to try and find some cheeky pals, and there I found a cat. I then domed the first one by complete accident, but did manage to catch the second one. I was just watching two Bulbasaurs fight a guy, and then I got pulled up on by a giant chicken.
What did I do? Scram! Flee the scene! What did I do? Why did he want me so bad? What did I do?
I was then unfortunately caught in the crossfire between three mushrooms and Genji's little brother, and after surviving the first holo purple, I unfortunately did not survive the second one. Yeah, it hurt. I then pulled up onto this group of frogs and I accidentally killed the first one, and since I believe in no witnesses, I had to kill the second one. I did actually manage to tame the third one though, but you know, I still believe in no witnesses, so I had to kill the fourth and also the fifth one. Not very sorry for that. Unfortunately, those cats saw too much, so I had to, you know, get rid of them. No witnesses. So after I killed his friend, he wanted to try and spin back and get revenge, but unfortunately I am just too cool. I actually killed him by accident. I meant to tame him. Since I was still feeling like King Von and I wanted to make some people's lives worse, I tried to tame this Villet thing, but Asrox almost killed it, which I was very upset at him for, but thankfully he didn't, and I ended up taming him. I then for some reason wasted a power sphere, but things happen. I then pulled up onto a bunch of little bunnies because apparently I wasn't done yet. I installed one while the rest of them were sleeping, and I just, you know, no witnesses, so I just killed another one, you know, just had to make sure he wasn't going to witness anything ever again. I caught this Fox Parks lacking, so I just beheaded him on the spot. My bad? I then wasn't actually planning to tame the Loopmon. I was planning to kill him because he wasn't high of a level, and I didn't feel like he'd be that useful to me, but out of the kindness of my own heart, I decided that he deserved a chance to be with greatness himself, so I got him a little low and I threw a power sphere. Unfortunately, my luck sucked a little bit and he broke out over 70%, but it's okay because I hit the next 50% and Loopmon was mine. After taming Loopmon, I wanted to tame a little jellyfish. The jellyfish, on the other hand, gave me a little bit of attitude and I didn't win the 50%. So I had to run away because I was out of power spheres. After almost accidentally killing a Broncherry, I put him in the ball, and then after this I promised only one more ball was going to be wasted on this man.
I cannot get any lower HP than this. I'm only wasting one ball after this.
Thankfully he got on the ball and everything was great and everyone was happy. After trying to tame one of the direwolves, a direwolf absolutely cockblocks me like a true hero, and then I managed to actually tame the final direwolf, which makes him another one in the collection.
Wow, everyone just wants to be part of the team, I guess.
Well, not everybody, because this Pen King had a different plan. He just didn't want to be about it. I did end his life, and then I got blasted by a cat. Good times. For the remainder of day 3 from that point onwards, I just built and improved my base, and to end off day 3, I built myself a cozy little bed and a campfire right next to it, so when I wake up, I have a chance of falling into it and catching on fire. On the morning of day 4, look who I found here. It's Power Recruiter. So I caught up with him, asked him about the family, and he wanted to give me a Tombat for such a delightful conversation. And I was of course so happy to take Tombat off his hands. I couldn't tell you why he's giving away such a W POW, but hey, that's another one to add to the collection, am I right? Indeed, I am right. That is another one to add to the collection. After adding him to the collection, I then went over to fight my first tower boss. Cue the epic music. I ran out of arrows at the very end of the fight in case you couldn't tell. Anyway, next I went on to go free this little guy from the cage that they put him in. It's not very nice. After I freed him, I then saw a pretty banger pal that I really wanted to add to my team, as I am yet to have a flying type. And there it was, my goat Amphib. I know that's not his pal's name, but that's what I called mine when I actually got one. So unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be. I'd already had no arrows, and Bron Cherry's a bit of a unit, and so he ended up just hardcore railing him, which meant that I had to then either waste 7 power speed and try and get him, or pickaxe him to get him lower and have a higher chance to capture him. Unfortunately, I got sniped by the sneaky Amphib in the tree and died.
Why is there one in the tree?
I don't know. Why is there one in the tree?
I'm going back. I need that. That's such a good fly.
It despawned. I then watched a Wixing get shot to death, which I was very upset about, but because it was a theme in that area to be shot to death, these little guys had Glocks on them as well, and I was shot to death. This was my live reaction.
Don't worry about it.
What did I do? Ah! Why do they have guns? Why? I then built some more things for my base because it was looking kind of barren and I needed some of the essentials. And that was the end of this day. Thought I was elite enough to tame a Changler. I was not. I then saw this dumb mud and I wanted to ask him a few questions, but apparently he's just really aggressive and just wanted to attack me for literally no reason, just completely unprovoked. So I was like, oh okay, alright, I'll have ya, I'll fight ya, come on, bring it on mate. And he brought it on. He was an aggressive guy, look at him. He almost just murks me right there, and I wasn't gonna let that slide. You know I had to spin back on him. You know that I had to win the ones. I wasn't gonna rely on no ruler pop to help me during this fight. I was gonna rely on nothing. Just me, my crossbow, and some arrows. And most importantly, my skill. You see this expert dodging, you see this looping. The dumb mud, he couldn't handle it. He didn't know what to do. He was distorted. He was confuzzled. He was just lost. And so I took that opportunity to shove multiple arrows into his skull, down his throat, and that was the kill. I then went and found this little guy and, you know, shot him a few times with a few arrows. He didn't like that for some reason. But that makes another one to add to the collection. Get in there. Oh my days. And just not too far away, I found a bunch of Grisbolts lacking. So I tried to tame one and I threw a sphere as my final breath concluded. Unfortunately I did die, but I did end up catching the Grisbolt. I am happy to announce. Grisbolt, welcome to the team. After that, I went to go to sleep. I just want to quickly say that if you are enjoying the video, please do like and subscribe. It would help me out a lot and would mean quite a bit to me. Thank you. I then hatched a few eggs, and from these 2 eggs I got a flame bell. And from my second egg I got a surf net. And last but certainly not least, a chillet. I then dunked on a kid named Hawk, don't know what he was doing. And then I did probably the coolest thing I think I've done in my life. Check this out. Ha! Damn! Y'all just as impressed as I am. Truly some amazing stuff right there. I then went out and I caught a Nightwing because I needed a flying pal in my life. Unfortunately, Nightwing is just the slowest flying pal in the entire universe. He is beyond useless. I just hate him so much. It's actually insane. I think I used him for 0.5 a second and I got rid of him. So yeah. And then my boy Power Recruiter for the 3rd time, he just comes over and he slides me another pal. This one being Nox, a worthless pal. Doesn't do a damn thing. But hey, a pal's a pal and I will never say no. Shout out to Power Recruiter again for giving me another one. I then pulled up onto the ops. That's right, I finally caught feral bats lacking. And I took out my sweet revenge. I was not gonna let them kill me again. Huh? What hit me, huh? What hit me? Oh, I caught it. Nice. Joke's on you. I don't even care. Joke's on me. I actually did care and I was very upset that I got scammed out of being alive. I then hatched a Dazzy. I then also hatched a Malpaca. In the background of doing all my adventures, I'd actually been looking for a base spot, and I'd found one or 2 days ago, and I'd only just decided to move in now, as it had metal nodes and it had trees. Unfortunately, the only thing stopping me really was the lack of stone, and of course, the bees. Oh my god, he died. Oh, dumbass.
they're spamming, man. They're spamming. It's so cringe, man. Like, dude, they're just sitting there spamming, man. Like, all they do is spam the self-destruct button. It's so cringe, man. Actually, such a boring move, man. Like, I can't believe they haven't nerfed that yet. After exterminating all of the bees, I then finished setting up the rest of the base, which includes power beds, farmland, and a bed, of course, which ends off this day. After spending a big chunk of the day at bases crafting things and looking at recipes, I then needed a few materials. And do you know where I can get a few of these materials? That's right, I can get them from my boy Gustav! Gustav, get in there! Gustav, my goat, he's there for me, like I've already said. Day in, day out, he has what I need every day of the week. 24/7! And just outside the town, I found Robin Hood's younger brother Will Scarlet lacking, so I used a few balls and I shoved a few arrows into his skull, and that was the tame. I then found a dungeon that I went into. This dungeon, I found penguins. This penguin just stopped wanting to live, so he just jumped off a cliff. You know, as you do. I then actually did manage to catch one of the penguins because I stopped sucking, and then I got slightly impatient when taming the second one, which resulted in me shooting him a few too many times when I didn't need to, and just killing him. Whoops. I then went to the boss, and outside the dungeon it said that it was going to be a level 13 dungeon, but he's level 44. Like, what is this game? And you might be thinking, oh, it's chill, he just has more HP than usual. I dealt 9 damage. Yeah, it was not happening. So I died. I then found another dungeon where I thought there was going to be a boss that I could tame inside, but apparently it was a treasure dungeon. I know, that's some pretty exciting stuff. It had loot in it. Loot, I tell you! And here is the loot. There was a lack of money. It wasn't very good. That loot cave was, terrible. And to end off the daytime, I went to go and fight a boss. This is the end of the first episode, guys. I am so thankful for all of you who have watched the video and those who have watched the video up until now. You don't know how much it means to me. If there's anything that I can do to improve the way that I've made my video or just improve on in the future, do let me know in the comments down below. It would mean a lot to me if you guys could give me some constructive criticism on how to improve or what to do better on my content. I'm planning to upload a part every maybe 1 to 2 weeks. I don't really know, it depends just how much time I have in order to make these. I just appreciate you all so much. I am also planning to make this into a movie. I will obviously get all of the videos, cut them down a bit so the movie is at max 2 hours. So yep, just once all the parts are out, do expect there to be a movie with all of them combined.